Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had a great week. I know I did, and I got some great questions this week, and I love the questions because it gives me information that you're thinking about the course, you're thinking about what we shared, and the questions were wonderful, and that's where I want to start. So the first question that I got, I'll just read it to you. My ego is really getting in the way. I'm beating myself up more than I have done before. It's the only thing I know how to do. What techniques can I use to stop this negative thinking about myself? I'm trying, it's just a thought, but my ego is saying, screw you. Today was just a beat yourself up kind of day. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, wow, here's the deal. When you're trying to shift a negative pattern, especially one that's deep rooted, perhaps one that is lifelong, it's going to take some awareness and then some practice and then putting to use the tools that you're learning. And even if you feel that you've been learning some of these skills for a few years, think about how old you are and then think about the couple of years that it's been since you've been introduced to different ways of thinking. And for some of you, it's not even been a few years, it's been a few hours. And, so that's number one. I'm going to invite you to be patient with yourself and remember this is an ongoing journey. The tool of it's just a thought, that's just one of many, and it's a great start. Remember, you can't make a change until you have that awareness that a change needs to be made. Now, we spoke a little bit last week about self-talk, and as we start to recognize perhaps the way we speak to ourselves is harmful. I had mentioned that you could be a really kind person. Maybe you're nice to everyone else, and maybe you never noticed, or you did notice that the way you speak to yourself is like bullying, and then that's not okay, because you're someone. And we understand that our self-talk is so powerful. And of course, our talk with others is powerful too. And we'll be getting to how we communicate with others over the next 2 weeks. And today I want to spend more time with the ongoing conversation between your own two ears. And so when you have the negative talk that just doesn't stop, we did mention about what you resist persists. So basically just become aware of it. But I'm going to give you a tool that I'd like you to try this week. And I'd actually like all of you to explore this. I want you all to find the cutest picture that you can find of yourself when you were little. Somewhere maybe, between the ages of maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, that really adorable age. And find a picture of yourself that you actually like, that you look at and say, oh, that's really a cute picture. That's a really cute child there. And I'd like you to put it somewhere this week that you're going to see it often, maybe on your bathroom mirror, on your refrigerator. And what I want you to do is I want you to explore speaking to that child. And I want you to consider how you would speak to any child. Most of us, we change our tone when we speak to a little one. We get most of the time a feeling of joy, and we know that we have an opportunity to influence this little being. And most of the time we try to choose our words. And if you had an opportunity, if you knew you had an opportunity to influence this little child, what would you say? Perhaps you would say something, oh, you are just the sweetest little angel. And I see so much potential in you. I think that you can grow up to be whoever or whatever you want. And then you're going to say to this child, this adorable picture of yourself, you're going to say, hey, I just want to let you know that from now on, I've got your back. And I'm really sorry if I haven't in the past. And I'm really sorry if I have said some things that were just mean. And I want you to know that I'm aware of what I have said, and I'm sorry. And I love you, and you didn't deserve it. And what I want to say now, from now on, I want to say to you that I have your back and I'm going to stick up for you. And I am a work in progress, so please be patient with me. But I will never, to the best of my ability, say anything unkind to you again. And if I do, I am committed to recognize it as soon as possible and to apologize. And this is something that I'd like you to explore. I feel that it can have a tremendous impact. Learned this technique quite a while back. And it actually is a technique that you can use with others if you're having difficulty, if somebody's really giving you, a hard time. Do your best to see the child. Try your best to imagine what they looked like when they were a small child. And of course, you're not going to speak to them like this, but you're going to speak to them with kindness and more tolerance and patience. I hope this helps because, listen, we are becoming more and more aware of how to live our best life. And the way we speak to ourselves and the way we speak to others is so important. Our thoughts, as we're learning, create our environment. And we want to create the most peaceful, loving, safe inner environment that as possible. I just read this article about the majority of people cannot be alone with their thoughts. There was a study recently done. Most people are actually afraid of their own thoughts. That's understandable, right? Now that we're starting to bring awareness to negative patterns. And so again, we can shift it. And you've heard me mention that you're going to spend more time with you from the day you're born till the day you die than anyone else. Your relationship with yourself is so important. It's got to start there.